Okay. This is GorsskyVlogs. I am Tim Martin, and I will be doing our session of Monster of the Week this week. As you can tell, I'm just a little sick, so we'll see how things go. This is also my first session. I'm very excited to see what these hunters have in store for them.
Yes.
Now, if we could introduce our four hunters, we have Skylar Gorsuch as Ammon Masood. We have Doug Grosser as Rod Hoover. We have Makara Bonham as Sierra Ra. And, of course, we have David Masbergen as Will Stryker. Now, if all of you could just introduce your characters briefly, who you are, what you do.
Yes, I am Ammon Masood. My name in my native language means hidden fortune. And I am a crooked, is my class technically. I am very sketchy criminal, minor criminal, keep in mind. I'm a bit of a grifter. I steal especially from tourists.
Yeah, my name is Rod Hoover. I was in several wars, and eventually I liked the weapons so much that I decided to get into the industry. And I had to test them out, so I became a big game hunter. And you know what? A lot of people out there, there's no challenge. Until I found out that there were monsters out there. Oh, buddy, that is the true dangerous game.
My name is Sierra Ra, and I am from Egypt. I am from an ancient cult, and we try to release the spirits of the pharaohs that are trapped inside the monsters. It is a very important job. I take it very seriously.
My name's Will Stryker. I'm on the hunt for a beast. You done me wrong. I'm playing as the wrong character. I'm on the hunt for this one-eyed beast.
That has one eye, just like you.
A bit ironic.
Well, our heroes begin in Cairo, Egypt. And so, on this fateful day, we find out that there has been a robbery from the Cairo Museum of Antiquities, where they recently had an exhibit dug up by archaeologist William Bradley from an ancient tomb of the pharaoh. And yes, of the ancient pharaoh. And in this tomb, there were numerous things found. There was the mummy, of course, and lots of treasure. And there was also this mysterious lamp that was also found in the tomb with the pharaoh's lamp that you can all see right here. And
We found it.
And this lamp was stolen from the Cairo Museum of Antiquities. Yes. And yes, you have, and you have a suspicion.
Mostly from the gift shop. But
Ammon. You have a suspicion, Ammon, of who might have taken it.
Yes.
You wonder if it might have been
my
your
old partner, Khufu?
Khufu, yes.
Khufu,
Your old partner,
yes.
Khufu, yes.
That's
The dirty
best.
rat. Who you betrayed, though.
This is true. I'm the best.
Perhaps. But you
Perhaps.
just have a sneaking suspicion, but you're not sure. But this happened under very mysterious circumstances, the theft of this lamp. Because the security camera, all the footage was found blank. And the guards, well, you'll have to interview them to find out, but they don't seem to remember very much. So you're in Cairo, and of course, you're interested in this as a thief. Mm-hmm. And you're interested in this.
Absolutely.
Yes, you are absolutely interested in that, Sierra, because you want to kill this monster
I
and
have to release the spirits of the pharaoh.
You have to release the spirits of the
Within
pharaoh.
the trapped
That's
for all
right.
eternity.
And so where would you like to go on this hunt for this?
So, out of curiosity, you, I'm terrible with names. Okay, Will. Okay, are you guys maybe associated to some extent?
Yeah. What ended up happening was we were going after some monsters before. We were trying to find his bear. And I was trying to just find something to kill.
Okay.
Decided it might be better to have 2 guns instead of 1.
Sure. So would you say you guys are probably already met up and working together on this one?
That's right.
Well, I'm going to approach these guys then, because I noticed them. Ah! Excuse me, you are American? You are American tourists?
Yeah, I'm an American tourist.
You're
a funny
American.
little man.
Oh, I am not little, I am every type. Don't mind me, but I noticed if you are American citizens, American, you probably need a translator. Yes, okay.
I don't speak the language.
Oh, I do speak the language. I speak the language very well, as you can tell by accent, I'm sure. I speak language around here. You look like you might be interested in seeing the sights, seeing, you are by the museum. Why are you here? This is a crime. You don't want to see this. This is not part of our beautiful city here in Cairo.
This is exactly what I want to see.
Oh, well, if you want to see this, then I am very capable of speaking to, the people who may be in charge. Are you detectives? Per se?
Something like that.
Oh, I see. You're not. Well, I'm sure arresting any citizens in this area would probably be outside of your jurisdiction, so I'm not worried. Not that I would be, but nevertheless, you probably need translator. Yes, I'm very cheap. I come very cheap.
That would be...
Rod! My good friend Rod!
You, hi!
Oh, it's been ages since I've
It really
seen you.
has. I thought maybe I could avoid the cold longer, but apparently not.
You wouldn't be trying to swindle these
Swindle?
Americans,
They
would
are
you?
looking for a translator, and I, of course, offer my services
Your
as I
services.
normally do.
Did you tell them that last
My
time you were
legitimate
a
services.
translator trying to decipher the hieroglyphics inside the pyramid?
Okay, but
At
those
this
were
point-
untranslatable.
At this point, you are approached
Oh,
by
balls.
a policeman
Oh, balls. Not the police.
with this mustache that he's twirling.
Oh,
And you
it's right.
recognize this policeman.
That's the problem.
He is Inspector Jafar.
Oh, no.
And you know that he,
I will quickly lower my hat to make sure my shades are adjusted just right, and I will kind of turn and do something with my scarf, like this, I'll do something like this. Be like, oh yes, well, if you would like my services, here's my card, and I hand you to one of my cards you already have.
and he spots you. The problem is he has already spotted
Oh,
you.
bugger.
And he says, Aman Masood?
Oh,
Are
my
you
gosh.
swindling these poor Americans?
Why does everybody assume
I know you, Aman.
Yeah, why does everybody...
It's a good.
You
I appreciate.
run
what you
away,
are
don't-
used as much as
This
me.
is a crime scene. This is a crime scene. Make way, make way. This is a crime scene.
I am with American detectives.
Is this true?
I am their translator.
Are you? Is he your translator?
As far as you know.
Yeah, as far as you know, Jafar.
Very well. And what is your business here? Americans?
We heard there was a run-in somewhere in here, and that there was something stolen. Something that was stolen by something not human.
I haven't heard about stolen by something not human. That sounds very suspicious, but there was a lamp stolen at 12:30 last night. And I actually am on my way with the police to investigate this crime. I'm very suspicious. You should all be suspicious of that man.
And
Aman
as
Masood.
you turn to me, I'm like petting something and it's on my shoulder, and I'm saying, huh?
And so you should be very, yes, you should keep an eye on him. I suspect this crime has him written all over it. Has Aman Masood.
Some sort of joke, fella.
Why do you say that? I'm...
Keep an eye on him. Is that what you're getting at?
Excuse me, I meant no offense, sir. You Americans.
Hey, just because, look, if I am working with American detectives, then I fall under American jurisdiction, which says innocent until proven guilty. You cannot arrest me.
If you are associated with this man, I will not bother talking to you anymore. Come back some later time if you want any information. But I have places to be, and you know where to find me. I'm over at the police station.
Unfortunately, I do.
The police precinct.
Sounds like you've been visiting him a couple times.
Family friend.
He has had run-ins with the law.
Because they are family friends. They are
He just walks
friends
away.
of my family.
He just walks away and goes into the museum. So what would you guys like to do?
I know great gyro place. Shawarma.
I'd like to see you where the lamp was. We should go
Oh,
look
yes,
there.
we
The scene
should
of the crime.
go look at where lamp was. Yes, that's good. Okay.
Okay,
I
so
mean,
you
if
guys-
I follow American detectives, they are paying me.
Get in the museum.
So you guys are going into the museum?
Yes.
You're allowed in. It's a public destination.
Oh, okay.
And
Even under the cop jurisdiction?
well, you can't see there's a crime scene right where the exhibit is, but it's not the only exhibit in the museum. So you can't. The whole crime scene is cordoned off a little bit where you can't see it. But you can go into the museum, you can see things from a distance. It doesn't look like anything is broken, like a display case was necessarily broken, which you find odd. It doesn't look like there are signs of forced entry or anything like that.
Just things disappeared.
Just this one thing disappeared, yeah. And so you can't, if you try, you see Jafar over there, and you know you can't just go there, but you can talk to people, and you can talk to the security guard who's nearby, or you can talk to the museum curator if you want to go to her office, or...
Well, one of the things that I do have as one of my abilities as a big game hunter is open invitation, where I know the right social circles mean that I could get access to a restricted area, including something like this, posing as that American detective. So, would that be possible
Yeah.
for me to do?
Should be something you can do.
Alright, well, I'm going to give it a shot, and I'm going to use the better of the dice, which is significantly better. That's a 9. It says on a 7 to 9, you are received with suspicion, but I'm received.
Okay, so you walk
They
over
were
there.
already suspicious. So that's
You
what
walk
I
over
said.
there, and Inspector Jafar says, "You were with that Aman Masood character. You know, I don't trust him, but I suppose since you're a detective, since you've shown your credentials, you can take a look at the crime scene. There's not much to see, sir.
That's very kind of
But I can tell you my professional opinion. This is one of the strangest crime scenes I've ever seen.
Why is that?
Well, you see, there isn't a shred of evidence. There isn't a shred of anything. The crime scene is just too clean, sir. Too clean by far. The museum curator doesn't remember anything, even though she was working late that night. None of the security guards remember anything. And the video cameras, you see the cameras that are there to keep an eye on what's going on, to record everything, the surveillance? Nothing. That time between 12 and 1 o'clock, completely gone. So I suspect this was an inside job. That is my expectation. I can't see someone from outside pulling it off.
We'll keep that in mind.
But yes, you can look at the crime scene if you want. Feel free.
And I'll enter in, and I'll have everybody else with me.
Okay, you can't have everyone else with you.
Okay.
You're invited in.
Okay, I'm the only one allowed in?
Into their kind of like secret area of
Into the
We're allowed in the museum.
well, yeah,
in
you're all
general.
allowed in the museum,
Yeah.
but in the crime scene that's cordoned off,
Sure.
you're allowed in. Maybe do you have police credentials as a police detective?
Why don't I just go up and try to convince them to let me in?
Okay, roll charm.
So my character has an ability called fervor, so when I manipulate somebody, I can roll tough instead.
How much?
That's 12 plus.
Oh, dang. Okay. So,
Let's see. That's
very well. You can go into. You both look like good American detectives, good American citizens. Just as long as those two stay back.
Second-class citizens.
I know.
Of Americans.
Jeez.
Americans.
Yes, go ahead, Americans. Take a look around the crime scene. You won't find anything.
Well, I would like to look anyway. Or attempt to look.
I just work on the English.
And this is the reason why I'm not going to use these dice anymore. Even with my bonuses, that's a 5. I mean, I don't see
Okay.
jack diddle.
That actually makes a lot of sense because there's not very much to see. There's just really not anything. You don't notice anything unusual
Okay,
whatsoever.
While they're looking for stuff, Amon is flirting with any attractive females within the museum.
Is he?
He absolutely is.
Well, I guess you stumble upon. Let me just make sure I have the right person who you stumble upon. Yes, you stumble on Shani Al-Waki.
Do I know her, or is... I mean, Cairo's pretty big, so I guess...
You don't really know her. You know her by reputation. She is the museum curator.
Oh, okay. So if anything, she's got a fancy name tag or something.
If anything, I'm gonna have to get you to roll really high on charm to impress her because she's not going to be easily impressed by you.
Okay. Well...
At least a 10 plus.
I mean, I'm just trying to flirt with her, I guess.
Okay, go ahead. She might. I mean, especially to have.
Okay, you know what? That won't necessarily apply, but... 9.
Okay,
So reasonably high.
so she's okay with you. She treats you coolly, but she can tell you're trying to flirt with her, and she's a little off-put.
Say, oh, excuse me, madame. You are quite beautiful. I'm sure
Thank
you
you.
know this, though.
Thank you. Please
You are
don't
so
don't flatter me. Don't flatter me. I've had a very rough day and a rough night.
Only man.
One of our prize exhibits from the Pharaoh's tomb that William Bradley dug up, the archaeologist. I'm sure you know him, the British archaeologist.
Of course, I know all the great archaeologists.
It was stolen. The lamp exhibit was stolen. Yes.
What is so important about this lamp exhibit?
Well, what's so important about this lamp?
Please do tell
Well,
me.
it's only as important as all the other things in the Pharaoh's exhibit. This ancient lamp, 2,000 years old, priceless artifact with ancient writing on it. It's
What was this pot used for?
well,
For lamp, sorry.
you know, there are different views on what these ritual lamps were used for. I mean, some people say they are used to hold the souls, the spirits of the pharaohs or those close to them. Some say that they're just ceremonial lamps buried with the dead to give them the comforts that they had in life.
Of course.
Some say that they had a ritual significance in the burial process. They would hold expensive oils and perfumes. So there are many conflicting views, but in any case, this is a very valuable piece of antiquity. It's a priceless piece of history.
Priceless.
Absolutely
One of my
priceless.
favorite words.
She gives you a skeptical look, like.
And I give her a wink back.
If you're done, I really ought to.
Well, I am here with American detectives.
American detectives.
Yes,
Yes, that
I
could
am
be very
their
useful.
associate. Yes.
American detectives could be very useful.
Oh,
You're their
and an
associate.
Egyptian detective is not.
Second-class citizen.
She is Egyptian, so it's not like she can't be racist against me being her same.
So please, what would you like to know? What would you like?
Jeez, if you, oh man, I'm gonna hope it be praised. Do you know anything about the situation? Do you have staff?
It was all very strange. Yes, we had a... I was here late at night, but I don't remember very much. I must have fallen asleep over my work. We had a security guard, Yusuf, who was on duty at the time. Yusuf Saeed, yes. And he doesn't seem to remember anything, really. The whole business is very strange. The security cameras didn't capture anything. I'm just not... I'm sorry I can't be more helpful, but
no, it is fine. Like I said, the American detectives can take so little information and just, solve an entire mystery.
But
so
if you want to know more, we have an expert in lamps. We have, we have numerous people in the bazaar, numerous buyers and sellers and
this
merchants.
individual is specifically an expert in lamps.
Not specifically in lamps, but he's an expert in antiques, and he knows a great deal about lamps, ancient scimitars, wooden spoons, all sorts of trinkets.
Those interesting wooden spoons.
Rings, amulets. His name is Bashar Assad, and you can find him in the market. You can find him in the bazaar. Not Bashar. Abba Bashir. His name is Abba Bashir, and you can find him in the marketplace, in the bazaars. And I'm sure he would be happy to help you with his expertise from his end on just this ancient piece of antiquity.
I see. You said the young man that worked here, that was here at night, you said
Yusuf Saeed, yes.
Saeed.
He's a very good fellow, but he
And
doesn't...
he just does custodial?
No.
Security?
He is security.
Security guy. Well, that is truly beneficial information. I will take this to the highly capable American detectives and see what they have to say before I try to, participate in this mystery whatsoever. Thank you so much, beautiful woman. If you need anything, and I slip a card through my hand, through the sleeve, and it pops out through the fingers, and I hand it to her. It's almost pseudo magic trickish.
She turns and she just tears it in half.
What?
Wow. Stone wall.
And then I say, look at the two halves, and the card is actually designed in a way that if you tore it in half, it would show just all the information on either side.
Okay.
The divorce.
Yeah.
She finds that. She looks at it and she says, maybe this guy isn't such a bad guy after all.
And I look at her and I walk away.
She's just looking and she's just shaking her head and she walks away.
So
It's all about planting the seed.
So that can blossom. Going back to us for a second there. So we're around where the investigations begin,
Yes.
where the empty glass case is. Is there anybody else that's around there? Because Jafar is around, but he was basically guarding this. Is there any other kind of inspector, anybody surrounding there?
There are a few other smaller police people, but it doesn't look like anyone important. You see the cases next to it. You see the case with the pharaoh's casket, the mummified pharaoh, the sarcophagus.
Okay.
Beside it.
I'm assuming that because it is a museum, it does actually have plaques and things that say what it is.
Yes.
What is the lamp called?
Ooh, that's a good question. So the lamp is simply called, it's just labeled,
The lamp.
No, lamp of Pharaoh Ramses V, dating to the 1st century AD. BC, excuse me.
1 BC or
1st century BC.
100 BC. Okay.
Ramses.
So I would like to approach the cordoned off area where I'm not allowed and attempt some magic to observe another time or place. In this case, time, to see if I can get some kind of inkling of what has happened here.
Okay.
Alright,
You have the ideal power right now.
Okay.
So my character walks up and kind of sidles up as close as possible and reaches into a little pouch that she has on the side and pulls out this fine white powder and then just breathes it in.
Oh.
And it's
Okay.
dust. It's the dust
Mom's
from
gonna have some
Pharaoh's
fun tonight.
bones.
Oh.
Infused into my body to give me magical powers.
Okay, this is a hell of a good.
And so I start kind of quietly, like kind of chanting and humming to myself as I cast my spell to kind of look into the past.
Okay, can you roll for that? And when are you going to be looking for?
So I'm looking to see, trying to figure out who the culprit is, and trying to figure out anything about what happened and how the magic or the lamp disappeared from the museum.
Okay.
Since the cameras were gone, see if I can get any information from the past.
Okay.
Alright. So that is 12.
Oh man, you rolled high. Okay. So I read what it says on 10 plus.
12 plus is the keeper will offer you some added.
You're not.
You can't get a 12.
Oh, you're not advanced yet.
Oh, that's right, yep. So it works in perfect, 10 plus, magic works without issues, choose your effect, which is observe another time and place of the effect.
Nice.
Use.
Okay. So that's very broad. Okay. So you see the culprit, and you of course don't recognize. Well, would you recognize? Would she recognize your partner, Skylar?
Probably did not, because I think he was just straight criminal. I was a criminal that was involved with some of the more religious stuff because I have made a pact with a sort of deity or demon or something along those lines. But he would have just been a colleague once I left that, and then just became a grifter. Or beforehand, because I was kind of a grifter all the way through.
Okay. So pretend you don't know too much, but you see Khufu. You don't know it's Khufu, but you see this man. He's wiry, young, and he goes in, and you see that he smashes this glass case, and he takes this lamp and he's holding it in his hand like this, and then he is running off with it. And you see the security guard alarmed who's chasing after him. Who's actually about to chase after him. Yeah, and the glass case is broken and the security guard is chasing after him. And he runs off, yeah.
And so after I kind of get this vision, I'm just going to kind of be like, those Americans, you think they know everything. They do not know about race.
Dang it. It's true. They don't. There's some... You think we worship cats?
Don't you, my friend? I certainly do.
That's in that little group.
Okay.
Amon's gonna go off to kind of like a section of the museum that nobody is at. Is it like got multiple rooms and stuff for different exhibits?
It does have multiple rooms.
I'm gonna go into a room that no one else is. Well, at least nobody is in, or not very many people are in. And then
Okay, yeah.
and then I'm gonna send my imp Abdul.
Abdul. Okay, your
Which means, yes, his name is gonna be Abdul, which means servant in Arabic.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, I thought that was great. And he is going to steal an artifact around the area. Whatever's close by, secretly with his impish ways. I do have to use magic.
You wonder why people are always suspicious of you.
Don't understand. Oh dear.
What's
It
it?
is 5.
Okay. So he's trying to steal it for you. Master, master!
Hold on. It says. I mean, it just says you met you. Okay, so. It just wouldn't work. I don't even think he'd appear, because this is just to summon him.
Oh, this
He'll
is
do what I say once I've got him summoned, but if I can't even summon him.
Dang it, I was gonna have a lot of fun with.
I mean, you're the keeper, you can do whatever you want.
Have him appear and then just be like, screw you.
Yeah,
Gone.
he might.
So, no, oh, yeah. So he comes, he says, he kind of gives you the, no, so he grabs a thing, he grabs a necklace. He's like, and he just gives you a rude gesture and disappears back into his thing, and he says, and he shouts at the top of his lungs, Master, master, look what I got for you. And everyone around close by can hear, and then the alarm goes off. The alarms go off, and so you're stuck. You have this thing in your hand now.
It's in my hand?
He gave it to you, yeah.
Maybe he wasn't such a good translator after all.
I had to have a little fun with
What?
this.
How do the people respond when this happens?
Okay, so
I'm gonna
then
immediately like shove it into a pocket or something so that it's like hidden.
can you roll? Hold on. Should you roll cool or
Probably
Act under
cool,
pressure.
Act under pressure,
which
yeah.
would be cool, right?
Can I give him a help out?
you
helping
can?
hand?
I will let you get him.
I'm
You
gonna
gotta
help
roll
you
for
out, like
that.
try and do like a distraction
Yeah,
or
yeah.
something.
Good
on
luck.
the
Show
other
some
end.
more of your
Yeah.
powder.
Okay. So that is 8. Is 8 a successful help out?
Okay.
For 7 and 9,
Also, when you roll, but you also expose yourself to trouble or danger, which means you have
you're also getting caught in this
So
too.
with him.
you also get a you get +2 instead of +1 when I
Oh.
help out with my ability.
Oh, nice.
Okay. 11. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then cool, so 12, actually.
Okay,
Added.
so you managed to get out. You managed to put it in your pocket. No one notices too much, but people notice that it's gone, and they say, Someone stole the amulet of Kohat! Someone stole the amulet of Kohat!" And someone's screaming. And Jafar, Inspector Jafar, looks at you and he thinks it's
He's
you.
like chanting like,
What are you?
out of wrong.
What are you doing, woman? What are you doing, woman?
I go like snap out of it and I'm all like dazed.
Are you helping someone steal the amulet of Kohat?
I'm going to rush back in and come up to her and go, Jafar. No, wait, what is
Jafar
going on?
looks. Roll charm on Jafar.
Yes, actually, hold on. I'm going to use my grifter ability. So when you have to manipulate somebody, you can ask the keeper, what will convince this person to do what I want? And then I'll roll to manipulate. But the keeper must answer honestly, but not necessarily completely.
What?
That kind of makes things more
Basically, you have to tell him how he can manipulate them, but you don't have to answer 100%.
What will convince him to do what I want?
Which would be just to
Well, Jafar
calm down.
is a very suspicious person,
And I'm
so you're going to have to give him a really good line. I mean, a really good lie for what is going on, and you're also going to have to play on his ego because he's a very proud person. You're going to have to play on his pride a little bit.
Okay. That works. So what I'll do, I'll say it first and then I'll roll.
Okay.
Because obviously if I roll and then I'm like, oh great, it didn't work because I rolled a roll, that's just dumb. I'm going to say, Jafar. You're accusing a minor religious figure of a crime. I wasn't even in the building. If anything, you would accuse me because you know that I caused trouble. I'll admit it. But this individual is not by any means guilty.
Innocent, I tell you. Innocent. I'm one of your own.
Jafar looks at you suspiciously, like, yeah, you probably
But I
did it.
wasn't, and of course I wasn't in the building.
Okay.
At the moment, I just came back in and I had to relieve myself on a nearby hole on the streets, as is, the law of the land. To relieve yourself on the homeless.
Jafar just gives you that
Third
like,
class
roll.
Third class.
You
We're
roll.
just like showing the levels.
We're doing well.
Oh,
Okay.
perfect! Success! They call that. There's gotta be a term.
Jafar. Okay.
It's a full
Jafar
house.
It's a
just
full house.
a full house. Okay, Jafar just looks at you and he says, you know, just this once, Aman, I believe you. I believe you, and I think you're leading me in the right way. You guys, go your way, but get out of this museum.
Jafar,
Thank you, sir.
I'm telling you, Jafar.
Thank you, sir.
As we're backing away, and she's doing that as we're backing away, and then I'm telling you, these American detectives are really rubbing off on me in a very good way, Jafar. I assure you, my criminal days are over.
He twirls his mustache softly and he mutters, could be, but I'll believe it when I see it. I'll believe it when I see
You are
it.
seeing it today, Michael sir. I like bow as we go out.
Okay.
I assure you, I
I hope it is
do
very
you know things about religious or artifacts potentially?
I know about ancient lore.
Before we dive into that ancient lore, one thing that I probably would have done after seeing that chaos that ensued, I probably would have gone up to Jafar and...
So what happened?
Well, there was a break-in. There was another break-in. I don't know what it is with this museum and break-ins.
And nobody knows anything about it.
And nobody knows anything about it. I was very suspicious of Aman over there, but he wasn't even in the building. He was relieving himself on some hobo.
He was.
And I can believe he would be.
That's very disturbing, actually.
That is very disturbing. But he didn't steal whatever it was that was stolen. That's the most important thing.
Okay, Bill, you want to go
But yes,
see how our systems are
he
doing?
someone stole an amulet.
Better check.
Let's do it.
And we go follow them really quickly.
Okay.
She's gonna look over this amulet as somebody that knows about ancient lore.
Okay,
An
and then
amulet, like, do you wear it? It's like a necklace?
yeah.
The amulet?
Yeah.
Okay.
And as you're heading away, I don't know where you're going, but as you're heading out of the building, the Museum of Antiquities, you notice someone is setting up a sign for a wishing well. A wishing well. Yeah, someone's setting up a sign for a wishing well. So you guys are coming out, and you see this boy. You don't know who he is, but he's a young, thin lad, and he's being chased by two bullies, and he throws this coin into this wishing well. He's being bullied, and you can't hear what he says as he's wishing, but these two bullies you don't see where they are.
They just made it.
They're just gone. You don't know what happened to them. And yeah, that's where we will end it for now.
Pick up next time.